The ability to radially deviate the hand is coupled with wrist extension. So if you're limited in the ability to extend your wrist, then oftentimes you'll also be limited in the radial deviation of the wrist. So let's look at ways to improve that by stretching the muscles that ulnarly deviate the wrist, which would be moving the pinkies inward. So we're going to start off by supporting your forearm on the thigh with your fingers pointed straight out. Now you're going to grab the pinky side of your hand and pull it inward. So you should now feel a lengthening sensation on this outside part of the wrist here. Now we can do some isometrics where you're pushing your hand into ulnar deviation. So you're trying to do this. It's not going to move because you're blocking the hand. About 10 to 20 seconds, and then relax. Try to move deeper into that radial deviation. Try not to let the whole arm go along for the ride. Do that about 2 to 3 cycles, and then retest how that feels. And also retest wrist extension. Now what we can do is we can get more specific in wrist extension and work on improving that radial deviation while the forearm is being driven over the fingers. So with my hand flat on the ground, I can now block the hand segment and twist my elbow pit forward. Okay, now what that's going to do is it's going to drag the hand along with it. This supination aspect of the forearm will drag my hand into an ulnar deviation as I extend the wrist. So we can do some isometrics in this position by pushing the fingers into the ground while also pushing the pinky fingers into this opposing hand that's blocking. So you're pushing into ulnar deviation and wrist flexion. About 10 to 20 seconds, relax. You could try to supinate the wrist and forearm even more in that position, or you could try to move further into wrist extension. And again, you should be feeling a stretch kind of in through the finger flexors and also these ulnar deviators over here, the muscles that perform ulnar deviation, so that we can improve the ability to radially deviate if these muscles can experience appropriate length. So try that out and let me know how your wrist extension is feeling afterwards.